Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. My name is Huna. I'm 36 years old, CFO of a thriving consulting firm in Seattle. Respected, composed, successful. On paper, I have everything, except a family that ever wanted me. For as long as I can remember, my stepmother, Lorraine, made sure I knew I didn't belong. She would study me across the dinner table and say, just loudly enough for my father to hear, "Isn't it strange? She doesn't look like you at all, Thomas." My younger sister, Marissa, would giggle and whisper, "Maybe she's not even really his." For 18 years, I believed them. At 17, I packed one suitcase and left. No one tried to stop me. I learned about my father's death through a formal email from his attorney, Daniel Cho. My presence was requested for the reading of the will. That was it. No call, no grief, just procedure. Driving up the long gravel driveway to the house I once called home, I saw Lorraine watching from an upstairs window. She didn't look devastated. She looked anxious. Inside, relatives I barely recognized whispered as I passed, "She's only here for the money." Some daughter she turned out to be. Then Marissa stood and cleared her throat before the will was read. "Before anything," she said smoothly, "I think Eliza should take a DNA test to prove she's actually Dad's biological child." The room murmured approval. I surprised them all. "I'll take it," I said calmly, "but if inheritance depends on biology, we should all be tested." Marissa laughed. "Fine, I have nothing to hide." But in that moment, I saw something flash across Lorraine's face. Fear. The DNA results would take a week. I stayed in the house, sleeping in a guest room that felt more like a waiting cell than a bedroom. Lorraine watched me constantly. Marissa avoided me. At the funeral, I was seated in the back row. The program listed the Bennett family in elegant script. My name appeared at the bottom under Other Relatives. Other. Lorraine delivered a flawless eulogy about her devoted husband and their beloved daughter Marissa. She never once said my name. After the service, Rosa, the longtime housekeeper, pressed a folded note into my hand. "Thomas's study, 3rd floor. He wanted you to see it." That room had always been locked. Rosa gave me a small brass key that evening. "Your father kept it at Mr. Cho's office," she whispered. After his stroke, Lorraine controlled everything: visitors, mail, phone calls. He was trapped. My hands trembled as I unlocked the door. Inside, the walls were covered in photographs of me, not childhood pictures, recent ones. Me entering my office, speaking at conferences, laughing with colleagues, clippings about my career as Eliza Monroe, my mother's maiden name. He'd been watching all these years. On the desk sat a file. The first document was a DNA test dated 12 years ago. It confirmed I was Thomas Bennett's biological daughter. The second report showed something else. Marissa Bennett. 0 biological relationship detected. The room detonated. Marissa shot up. "That's impossible. Run it again." She turned on Lorraine, voice breaking. "Tell them it's wrong." Lorraine didn't move. She only stared, frozen like someone caught mid-crime. I slid the file from my bag and placed the 12-year-old DNA report on the desk. "He already knew," I said softly. "He found out during the transplant testing." Lorraine snapped back to life. "He raised her. He loved her. She's still—" Daniel cut in, calm but sharp. "Mrs. Shaw, your divorce from Mr. Bennett was finalized 5 years ago. You have no legal standing, and Marissa's claim depends on biology, by the will's explicit terms." Marissa's face crumpled. "You knew," she said, staring at her mother. "All these years, you knew." Lorraine reached for her. "I was protecting you by destroying her." Marissa's eyes flicked to me, horrified. "You made me believe she was the lie." Later, at a cafe, Margaret pressed my mother's wedding ring into my palm. "Lorraine kept me away," she whispered, "but your mother wanted you to have this." 6 months after I sold the mansion, I moved into a small coastal cottage my father had bought in secret. I kept his last letter in my drawer and his photo on my nightstand. For years, I thought I was the mistake, but I was the truth. And now, finally, I could live like it.